We saw the reporting you've been doing talking about how Asian Americans have faced a high degree of racism in the last few weeks. Talk about what you're seeing.
It all started with a really big host of incidents involving the Asian American community. We're talking about seniors, we're talking about young people being attacked in not only Chinatown, but all over the Bay Area. The one incident that stood out in my mind was this can collector, this older Asian man who was just minding his own business, collecting empty cans in a neighborhood in San Francisco. And what was different about this one was that it was all caught on camera. He wasn't just beaten with a stick. It wasn't just him being called vulgar names and racial slurs, but he was made to cry and feel humiliated for just being him. That was really, for me, the catalyst. You really needed to take action, and that's when I felt that sense of responsibility when that video came out.
And you, at your station, KGO, created this incredible town hall, Race and Coronavirus. And why has coronavirus caused such tension and events of racism?
I really think we need to start with the response from our president, because our president started using the phrase Chinese virus.
I'd like to begin by providing an update on what we are doing to minimize the impact of the Chinese virus on our nation's students.
And from there, I think it gave everyone the okay to start using this term. To have it then snowball into a bunch of rumors that then suddenly become fact in people's minds that Asian people cause it, Asian people are the catalyst, that's where it blows my mind.
A man who was 3 or 4 people behind me in line gets in my face, points directly at my face and says, "We don't want your disgusting corona disease, you dark Chinese kung fu wannabe."
And just across the country, you're seeing examples of this?
Every single day, I get messages, dozens of them, from viewers who say, "Oh, I coughed in public and someone told me to go back to China. I walked by someone in a crosswalk and they crossed the street to avoid me. It's happened to me. I had a woman who saw me and an Asian American postal worker crossed the street to avoid us and then crossed right back and walked past a whole host of Caucasian kids."
I grew up in Ohio and Connecticut, where I was only one of several Asians at my school. All I wanted, all I wished and hoped for was to be white, because it would be easier than kids calling me a chink in school.
I remember like it was yesterday, and I think that could be said for any Asian American child, the first time someone pulls their face back and makes 2 slits for eyes. And then as you get older, then you start realizing, oh my God, these people hate me, or they don't like me, or they're making fun of me, they're bullying me for nothing that I did, but just for who I am.
As I grew up, as I learned to celebrate my own heritage and the backgrounds of others, I discovered the importance of sharing my story of being marginalized as a child and now as an adult during this time of coronavirus. So many of you are doing the same now, and I encourage you to keep going, to continue, because if we can share our vulnerability, we can then realize we are not alone.
And during that town hall, you had so many voices of people kind of talking about the issue, and from celebrities to thinkers. And what was the consensus there?
The consensus was that everybody is going through this in one way or another. I had people say, I want this world to be a more accepting place for the next generation, for my child. I don't want my child, no matter what color he or she happens to be, no matter what background they are, they cannot go through the same things that we're experiencing in the Asian American community right now. So I think the general consensus was it's all hands on deck, and we have to work together in extraordinary ways to combat it.
Now people are coming to you, sharing their stories, and we're coming to you to hear them. So thank you again for keeping and raising awareness.
Yeah, no, I appreciate this. And I value so much the fact that we work somewhere where we can share these experiences, because so much of our personal experience, I know it's not about us, but this is the first time when I really thought, yes, it is about us, because we're all in this together.